on the broadcast. Now, the Indian Navy has deployed an indigenous guided missile destroyer in the Gulf of Aden region in the light of piracy incidents earlier this week. As per a release issued by the Defence Ministry, the move is aimed at augmenting the anti-piracy efforts in the Gulf of Aden region. The Indian Navy remains committed to ensuring the safety of merchant shipping and rendering assistance to mariners at sea as a first responder in the region, as per the release. So, of course, the latest that we are tracking for you. Meanwhile, my colleague Akshat Gupta joins us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Akshat, over to you.
The Indian Navy has deployed an indigenous guided missile destroyer in the Gulf of Aden region in the light of piracy incident earlier this week. And the move is aimed at anti-piracy efforts in the Gulf of Aden region. And the Indian Navy remains committed to ensuring the safety of merchant shipping and re-entering assistance to mariners at sea as a first responder in the region. And if I just tell you that on the night of 14 December also, a report regarding a potential piracy incident on board a Malta-flagged vessel was also monitored on the UK MPO portal, and the vessel was reported to be boarded by 6 unknown personnel. And this response also, the Indian Navy's maritime patrol aircraft deployed to investigate the incident overhead everywhere on December 15th and establish communication with the crew. And one of the crew members had also sustained injuries but was reported to be stable. And if I just tell you that on December 16, a Japanese warship also arrived in the area and was relieved by the Spanish warship in the day. And the hijacked vessel entered the territory of Somalia on the 30th. Well, the injured member was medically attended to onboard the ship. But yes, we can say that this move is aimed at, streamlining anti-piracy efforts in the Gulf of Aden region.
Right, absolutely, Akshat. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing those details with our viewers. Meanwhile, we're also being joined by Colonel Shivdan Singh, defense expert, this morning. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining us on NewsX. Now, of course, in view of recent piracy incidents, the Indian Navy has now deployed indigenous guided missile destroyers in the Gulf of Aden region. What do you make of this development?
You see, nowadays the activity in sea has increased because the total sort of the development and total trade is through sea only. The ships are carrying things from one place to another place. So that's why pirates are targeting the ships. Like in Middle East, one of the ships which was heading to India had been hijacked. So, keeping all this in mind, Indian Navy has taken precautionary action, because if the Indian Navy is caught sort of this thing when something has happened, then people will blame that Navy has not taken precautions. So the way Navy has deployed missiles, it is sort of a precautionary measure they have taken, and they are trying to make the sea route as a safe route. Recently, even Sri Lanka has banned all the research and all these ships, because in the disguise of this kind of thing, the sea is getting polluted and a lot of sort of piracy is taking place. So this is a very welcome step, and Indian Navy is doing a very good job by guarding complete sea routes.
Right. So absolutely. Do you think this initiative that the Indian Navy has taken, do you think it's being recognized globally?
It will be recognized globally because America is very keen that sea routes should be safe, and all the countries, all the developed countries are all equally interested that sea routes should be made safe. And by doing this, India has done a big service to all the nations of the world.
Right, so absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspectives with our viewers. But of course, the latest that we are in fact tracking for all our viewers, as I had told earlier, the Indian Navy has deployed an indigenous guided missile destroyer in the Gulf of Aden region in the light of piracy incidents earlier this week. As per a release issued by the Defence Ministry, the aim is the move of this aim, in fact, is to augment the anti-piracy efforts in the Gulf of Aden, and of course it's a very welcome step, as Colonel Shraddhan Singh was stating just right now.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.